If there was a magic pill for going viral as a TikTok shop affiliate and making more money, this would be it. But it's not as simple as it sounds. And this is the exact thing I'm about to break down over the next couple of minutes for you. So you can put some strategy behind this. And it's the exact same strategy that we used over the past 9 to 10 months to generate close to 50 million views as a TikTok shop affiliate. So let me break it down for you, because I'm going to go over why you should steal people's content ideas, how to steal them the smart way, and some advanced shit towards the end for when you're actually ready to do that. So I came up with this quote as well before we jump in. Bad creators copy, good creators steal. It comes from the bad artists copy, good artists steal, art is theft by Picasso, because art is theft. And what you realize when you actually look into anything that did well is it's an imitation of something else. And it makes me laugh because in school and university we're taught not to copy people. Copying is cheating. You shouldn't cheat on your test because that's bad and you'll get detention. But the thing in the real world is that copying other things and imitating other things is single-handedly the best way to make more money. So, not being a conspiracy theorist, but I think it's clear why they don't want us to copy people. And the reason that I say this is because I don't want you to think that the word copying is bad. It's not bad. It's just you are, as long as you're not like directly stealing somebody's idea and you imitate and make it better, then it's fine. But we'll go over that in just a second. But yeah, that's just something I wanted to talk about before we jump into it. And here's why you should steal people's video ideas, is because copying another person's content is single-handedly the best way to go viral and make money on TikTok Shop if you're a complete beginner or even if you're a seasoned expert. But there's a good way to do it and there's a stupid way to do it. So let's talk about it. And before I do, there's some big proof that this actually works universally. This isn't something that just works for TikTok Shop, just works for content. This is something that works universally for any company. And these three guys right here, I learned about them just yesterday, so I thought I'd throw them in the video because they kind of give me this idea. This is the Samware Bros, I think that's how you say it. They basically used to take companies that were big, like eBay, Groupon, Amazon, all these huge companies, and they would create like a clone of these companies in another region, in another country. And then what they would do here, like you can see, is they sell to the big companies. So they sold to eBay for 43 million, supposedly, in 100 days. This is data from ChatGPT, so it might be accurate, it might not. But either way, I've heard this before from a friend when he told me about them yesterday. And that's what blew my mind. So they were doing the same thing. They were cloning companies, like Lazada is a clone of Amazon, and it's sold to Alibaba, majority stake acquired for 1 billion. Apparently all three brothers are billionaires, so something to bear in mind. And another example of this is the iPhone. Like, we literally all have an iPhone, but you really think Steve Jobs created the idea of a touchscreen phone? Most likely not. In fact, it's proven that he didn't, because there was a phone called the LG Prada E527 something or whatever. The named phones weird back then, but it sold over 1 million times. And it was rumored that Steve Jobs got his idea from that. It's not confirmed, but it was rumored that he basically copied this idea from LG. And that's completely fine, because you know what he did? He made it better. He made it something that people actually wanted to use long term. It was a good phone. That's why it went so crazy and blew up. I mean, nowadays it's questionable. They do nothing but the same thing every year. But like back then, this was revolutionary technology and it worked. So he took a proven concept and he made it his own. And he even had his own quote, "Immature poets imitate, mature poets steal," which he did himself. So now I want to actually get into the nitty gritty. Now that I've gone over like why I think you should copy people, why this works universally, and why it's a good idea, and not to look at it in a bad light, is I want to talk about how to steal the smart way when it comes to content. And we're going to go over some of the platforms. So there's 3 steps to this, and they're all very simple to do. So you're going to go to either Tick Filter, Calodata, or the Daily Virals. All 3 of these platforms basically let you look into content and see the numbers on them, see the amount of likes, see the amount of views, etc. It doesn't let you see sales, apart from on Calodata, but it's very inaccurate, so don't get your hopes up. But what I use is personally Tick Filter. And if we just go to tickfilter.com, you can see here that you can filter by mega jackpot. And this is just one filter. You can go through all the different filters, you can mess around with it, find different videos. What I would do is search the product that you want to sell. So this is all American data, by the way, which is in my opinion, even better. But you would search, like, if you're selling mouth tape, you would search mouth tape on the filter, so it's going to bring up a bunch of videos for mouth tape in the US. It doesn't have to be the exact same product that you're selling, it just has to be a similar one, because what we're going to do is we're going to actually take the angle and we're going to run it in the UK. It might have already been run in the UK, which is completely fine, but we're looking for viral videos with a specific angle, and then we want to take that angle and run it for ourselves. That's where we're going to change the video. We're going to take that angle, but we're going to make our own video with that angle. We can copy the hook if we want to, but we're going to actually make it better in our own way. And you can do something called the mirror test as well. So you can recreate your own version, play your video side by side with the other video that you copied, and see, do these look the same? Am I doing everything right? As in, does mine look like this video? And if it does, go ahead and post it. If it doesn't, you might need to redo it a few times, because if you are completely new, that can be the case. But tick filter, you want to search the product, you want to filter by one of these filters up here, like top this year or top this week. That's a great filter. If you've got a product that's really popping off this week, that's good. And I would go from there and pick some angles. And then also you can use, what's it called? I don't use this personally, but I know that it's widely used in America, because it's a guy from, there's a guy who's like a big creator in the US, like 5 million GMV. He created this app, so it's supposed to be really good. I've not actually used it myself yet, because I've always used Tick Filter, because it's like $10. This is $55, so it's completely up to you which one you want to use, but it looks good. And then finally, you can use Calendar, which everyone knows about. Again, inaccurate as hell, like so inaccurate when it comes to the actual numbers. Like, I had one of my students, by the way, if you do want to learn this stuff more in depth, feel free to join our community. But I had one of the students in our community, he actually, like, it said he'd made like £9,000 from this one product on Calendar when he'd literally never even promoted it. So just beware of that. But yeah, let's jump back into here. So basically what you're going to do is what I just said. You're going to go to these apps, you're going to pick out some content specifically around the product that you've got. So if it's mouth tape, if it's eyelash serum, these are just products that we sell, so they're really easy for me to reel off. But you're going to take some of those, and then you're going to use the angle and create your own video for that angle. Feel free to steal the hook, because obviously the hook is one of the most important things. TikTok is going to push your video, by the way, if you get good watch time. That's why the hook is so important. So a lot of the time we will take the hook, because it makes sense to steal a hook that really did well. Because TikTok really wants you to get high watch time and high amounts of sales, because that way they benefit. Like, you have to think, how does the platform benefit from my video? If someone's watching my video for a long time, it means that they're staying on the platform for a long time, and TikTok sees that as a good thing. If someone's buying from my video, it means that TikTok is making 9% of every sale that I bring them. So like, they're gonna push my video more. That's how you have to think about it, because the platform is selfish and it doesn't care about you and your bills. It wants to know what can you do for it, and that's what you got to do. So once you've done that, then you just find your products on niche, like I just said, and then recreate it until you perfect your art, like Picasso would say, and then until something blows up. That's when you want to just rinse and repeat everything. So this is some advanced shit for you. Just going to throw this in at the end, and then I'm going to show you over our profile in a little second to show you how we use this stuff as well. So stitch other viral videos. We just recently started doing this, and I think it could be a really good way to go viral, because a lot of people do clipping. And clipping is something that kind of goes against the policy of TikTok, really. It's going to get you a violation if you do it wrong. So I wouldn't do clipping personally, because if you take the wrong clip, you're going to get violations on your account. And this can happen days later. So you might post like 10 videos and then 10 violations come in all at once. That's happened to me before. And it's not nice, because right now we're going through an issue with our account. We've got 15 violations because we got 2 weight loss violations. Each one is 6 points. So like, our conversion rate has been massively affected. That's something I noticed. Like, I looked in May and it was fine. Like, we was getting £1 for like every 1,000 views roughly. Then in the next month, when our violations hit, the conversion rate just dropped huge. So just be aware of that. But yeah, stitch other videos. I'm going to show you how we do that right now. So here's our TikTok account, and this is one way that we've done it. So if you can see here, this is new, by the way, so you don't have to do this. It's something that I'm trialing out, but it like is backed by data, because clipping works, you know what I mean? So you just clip in somebody else's hook, and then you're gonna use that to do your own video. This is our account, by the way. My girlfriend is like the star of the show on this account. I come up with the ideas, I film the content, etc. I'm kind of like the brains behind it, and I'm in the skits as well, because that's the next point I want to make, is like double down on what is working. If something works for you, double down on it. Like you'll see on our account, like we do a lot of skits, and that's because if we scroll and we go a bit further down here, this was a pretty funny one. This just recently got 150,000 views, and the comments were going off about the way I grabbed the head. But you have to think about these things, like sometimes if you think it's stupid, post it, because other people will think it's stupid and they will comment on that, and that gives you engagement, boosts the video a little bit, and hopefully you get some sales and it pushes it more. But like, look, another, I can't read what it is from here, but like I think that's like 10k, 65k, 17k, just on all these skits, man. They just, if you can pile those up, you're pulling in like 100 to 300,000 views a day from just like videos that are stacked up. So 62,000 views, 37,000 views, 24,000 views, all of these videos that I just popped off, 42, 66, so 25, and these are all skits. So we noticed like skits do really well for us, and that's why we doubled down on them. We tried these other content styles that are doing well for other people as well, but yeah, let me scroll down. And this is the thing, once we actually get good, we can come up with our own content ideas because we kind of understand how it all works. But in the beginning, you really want to be copying as many videos as possible. This chair's mad squeaky as well, by the way. But there was something quickly I wanted to show you. We had a video where it got like 700,000 views as a skit. I'm going to let you go find it on our profile if you want to find it. But it was very simple. It was a 10-second video. And in the week where we posted that, along with all the other videos we posted, we made like £3,000 in commissions, so it's pretty crazy. But yeah, if you're someone who wants to learn more about that and join the community where I teach these strategies more advanced, just hit the link below this video.